We got breaking news this morning that Ilia Topuria is back, and a former champion's comments on Alexander Volkanovski has sparked a lot of discussion about his career. Let's talk all about it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. This is MMA 365, the greatest UFC YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe, especially because Shamil Gaziev has summoned the beasts of the forest in order to work out a peace treaty and secure the safety of Yuri Prohaska. And in order for that peace treaty to be successful and these negotiations to work out, we need you to hit that subscribe button. Thank you. So, this just dropped this morning that Ilia Topuria and his ex-wife have reached an agreement. Their case has been dismissed from court. They signed a settlement. And most importantly, for us UFC fans, Ilia Topuria will resume training immediately, and he's aiming for a return at the card at the White House in June. I'm not going to comment any further on Ilia Topuria's personal life because I don't think it's my place to do so. I just hope that this came to a resolution that's good for everyone involved, especially the children. But the fact that Ilia is coming back is definitely good news for us fans, especially because we still have 0 UFC champions, male or female, with a fight scheduled right now, which is especially egregious given that this is the Paramount era and the UFC is supposed to be entering the mainstream even further. And us fans, and especially new fans, they want to see the very best the sport has to offer. And the champions right now, they simply haven't gotten anything scheduled with them. So Ilia versus Justin Gaethje, let's do it. Let's just sign on the dotted line. In my ideal Fantasyland world, we'd get Ilia versus Arman within a month or two, but I know that's completely unreasonable. In my platonic ideal world, we'd get Ilia versus Arman, and then the winner of that would fight Justin Gaethje, but I know that's just dreamland and doesn't line up with the UFC's current timelines. Gaethje sustained quite a bit of damage in his fight against Paddy Pimblett, so I understand they'll want to recover and they'll want to have a full camp against arguably the greatest the sport has to offer, but I really do think if we get the version of Justin Gaethje that showed up against Paddy Pimblett, then he's getting knocked out within one round by Ilia Topuria. I mean, the stand-up discrepancy to me was fairly apparent watching the fight. Ilia just moves differently when he's boxing, throws a lot tighter, and I really do think Justin Gaethje is just going to get caught, just like Ilia caught Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and Charles Oliveira, all 3 in a row. I really want to see this booked because I feel like we need something to look forward to as fans. I mean, Charles Oliveira and Max Holloway fighting each other for the BMF belt is nice, but I want some real championship action, and there just isn't too much announced on the horizon right now. And the dates of cards over the next few months have been announced, but the specific fights haven't yet. And as a fan, I really want to know what I have to look forward to. I want to know specific matchups, and I want to be able to talk about them on here and give predictions. UFC, if you need matchmaking ideas, you can give me a call. Hopefully this announcement can help get the ball rolling towards some momentum, and we can get some fight announcements for the spring, early summer. That would be awfully nice, wouldn't it? The next thing I want to talk about is Frankie Edgar had comments about Alexander Volkanovski after his last fight, where he said, "To be honest, I would love for Volk to leave as a champion because not many people get their flowers in this sport, and he's in the uncommon position to retire on top, and he understands why he doesn't want to, but he thinks it's worth bringing up." And yeah, I get where Frankie Edgar is coming from. I feel like in many people's eyes, Georges St-Pierre is the greatest mixed martial artist of all time, and I do believe part of what elevates him to legendary status is that he came back and fought against Michael Bisping and retired on top. But I think if Volk can continue to perform like he did last weekend, then he can fight once, maybe twice, and still retire on top, because he looked as good as ever on Saturday against Diego Lopez. The main concern with Volk is his chin, but with the title eliminator announced, essentially being Lerone Murphy versus Movsar Evloev in March, neither of those guys have really made their career out of securing knockouts. I know Lerone Murphy just got one against Aaron Pico, but I highly doubt that Alexander Volkanovski will get caught lacking and eat a spinning elbow to the dome. And Movsar Evloev is also far from a knockout artist. That being said, I do think he gets too much hate for being boring. I don't think he's boring at all. Just because a fight goes to a decision, that certainly doesn't mean it was boring. You are going to hate on Movsar Evloev, hate on him for being inactive. But if either of these guys are next up to fight Volkanovski, I doubt Volk will take too much brain damage, or even worse, lose aura, because I don't think he'll get knocked out. Frankie Edgar, he obviously has good intentions here, but I personally disagree with him. Let me know what you think though. That'll conclude this video for now. Be sure to subscribe so that Shamil Gaziev can secure Yuri Prohaska's safe return from the forest. Thank you for watching.